Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 26th of February 2025 and this is Flosstube number 93. A very warm welcome, whether you are a new or a returning viewer. It is lovely to have you here. If you are new and you do like what you see, please consider hitting the subscribe button and also the like button on my videos. So I have a bit to show you today. Hopefully it won't be too long. I've got some finishes. I've got a SAF, which is a start and a finish. I have some framing to show you. I have a couple of new starts and I have a planned new start. So we'll get started and I will show you my book of days for February, seeing as how February is nearly over. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're nearly into March? So there's my book of days. Do excuse the glare on that cross stitch frame piece up there. I've had to put the light on because it's really dull. It's supposed to be heavy rain soon. So yeah, that's my February. So I've stitched every day. Some days I've stitched on several things, at least a couple of things, which will become clear later on as to why. So I need to get March stickered up. I haven't done that yet. Okay. So that is my book. Well, it's not my book of days. It's my planner because I don't have a book of days. So I will start by showing you my framed pieces. So this one is Shepherd's Bush, Holly and Ivy. And this was my December sal with my dear friend Chris Cross Corner on Instagram. And if you are new here, for the past, I think 16, 17 years maybe, we have stitched something together in December. Most of the time it's been the same, sometimes we've stitched different. So this was our stitch for last December. And I've used everything from the kit. Beautiful to stitch, reminded me of how much I love stitching Shepherd's Bush. So this frame was one that I found in a wardrobe at my husband's auntie's, and for those of you that don't know, my husband's auntie passed away at the age of 97 last August. So we've been steadily clearing her house out and I really liked this frame. I do think that looks quite nice in it. So that's that one. Oh, I forgot to unplug that. Never mind. Sorry, excuse me. I've just been making sure that my laptop was charged up before I started this morning. And then the next one is, Blackbird Designs Strawberry Fields Forever, which I stitched last year. Again, this is just a frame that I took something out of. I don't know whether it came from my husband's auntie's or whether it was one that came from my dad's and there was a photograph in it and I took it out. Can't actually. No, I think it came from my husband's auntie's actually. And I am trying really hard not to buy new frames. I've got quite a few upstairs that have had other things in them. So I am trying to use those. I don't want to have to buy paints and things to paint them, so they might not look quite right, but as long as I'm happy with them. So that was stitched on 40 count Picture This Plus Bashful using DMC threads. What did I do with that other one? Oh my god, no, it's done there. Couldn't see it. I'm having one of those mornings. And then, let's see if I can get this without any glare. And then this one was one of my 6 for 60 starts in 2023. Finished it last year. It's Rebel Stitcher Designs Happily Ever After, and it's stitched on a 36 count Coffee Craft Fabrics Fabric of the Month. Megan doesn't name her fabrics. And I stitched it using DMC, mostly DMC I think. It was all DMC I think actually. and this was a frame again from my husband's Auntie Sheila's. Years ago I stitched her a scene with pheasants in from Cross Stitcher magazine. So I took that out and popped this into it. Really pleased with how that looks, and I do apologise for the glare. No, that's worse. So those are my frame pieces, and I did also frame. I forgot to take it off the wall to show you it. Lovely Elaine Ellie Welly Stitcher, she sent me a gorgeous card for my 60th birthday in 2023, and I framed that, but like I said, I forgot to take it off the wall, so I'll try and remember to show you that another time. Right, so we'll move on to finishes. So this was a finish on Monday this week, and it's Plum Street Samplers Home for the Holidays, which I was stitching for part of the Fun for 50 Sal 2024 with lovely Sally at Flosstubers and Grows and lovely Sarah at Sony Sarah. So this is one of my starts from 2024, and I stitched it using DMC conversion, and it is on 36 count vintage country mocha, and there's my finish. And oh, I needed a board, didn't I? I forgot a board. Last time I was saying that I was debating whether to fill in the windows or not. Anyway, I did fill in the windows, which probably why it wasn't a finish last week, because there was a lot to do. So yeah, that is all finished now. Love, love, love it. Haven't made up my mind yet whether I'll finish it into a pillar or frame it. I think it'll probably be a pillar finish. See if I can get, I think is that snow? No, it's not what it's called. Yeah, pom-pom trim. I might see if I can get some of the pom-pom trim. The Lady Dot Creates one. So that is that finish. No, I'm going to put that down there because I forgot to unplug that. I'm going to end up hemming myself in here if I'm not careful and I won't be able to get out. And then the next finish, which was the start and the finish, was this one, Winter's Night Drum, and it's a bonus design from Loose Feathers Winter by Blackbird Designs. So I stitched this on a piece of 32 count platinum. Okay. I used Roxy Floss Great Lakes, which was a 60th birthday gift from Sally at Flosstubers and Grows. And there we go. So that was a really quick finish, a quick stitch. It only took me a couple of Saturdays to stitch it, so really pleased with that. And I am going to finish it into a drum. I have stitched this before. I stitched it as a gift for Mouse one year for her birthday, Tales of a Stitchy Mouse on Instagram. So I'm really pleased with how that looks. That thread's really nice. So those are the two finishes. Was that all I had? No, actually, I don't think I'd finished this last time, had I? Yes, let me look back at my notes very, very quickly because I don't want to repeat myself. No, I hadn't quite finished it last time, so this is a finish, Loose Feathers Autumn by Blackbird Designs. I've put the threads away so I can't show you those. So I have also started, I might as well show this at the same time because as I say, it's a start, no, not that one. So I've also started winter. So I'm hoping that I can maybe get this finished. Winter doesn't officially finish until later on in the month, so we'll see how we get on. So I'm using DMC threads. Can't quite see them really, I don't think. And that's where I'm up to. I am very, very pleased with how this is going. I will be relieved to finish it. I think I've had enough now. I may well have a break from Blackbird Designs on a Tuesday, do a Blackbird Designs sal with my lovely friends Barb at BattyBat210 and Mouse Tales Stitching Mouse. But I might have a break from stitching Blackbird and do other designers for a bit, I think. I love the design, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but I think I've just had enough of it now. I just want to get it finished. So while I have got this out, on a Saturday I stitch with my lovely friend Lainey. Obviously we're not actually in person, it's just, you know, we just know that we're stitching together. And, oh, here comes the rain. So the Winter Nights drum, that was stitched on a Saturday with Lainey, and I'm going to start this one next. I've sorted the threads, I just need to sort some fabric. So that's Evelyn Cunningham. So, what's that? I'll get everything put away so I know what I'm doing. And then my next new start, I hope you can hear me alright. I've got my microphone sort of, I'm trying to keep my microphone as far away from my laptop as I possibly can so that there's no interference. Sorry, I'm just looking back at my notes because I don't know what I'm doing. So my new start, another new start. Sorry, I'm just going to have to sort something out on my screen. Go away, go away, thank you. There's something across my screen there. So I started this, it's Barbara Anna Designs Christmas Robin Scissor Fob. I decided that if I was going to be doing some robin stitching, well, my thought was it'll go on my red scissors that I got in the Rendale box that I got for Christmas. So I am using the called for DMC threads. And I'm stitching it on 36 count platinum. I am not entirely sure that I will do both of these. I might just do the big one at the top, which is what I've started. That's very cute. Very, very cute. Very much enjoying that. As I said last time, I have stitched it before. Stitched it for my lovely friend and surrogate sis, Lisa S Stitches. I thought it was time that I stitched it for myself. And another new start. Just need to turn this over because I've got it on the chart. So Lotus Lake Stitching, sheep calendar. I have started May. And I've changed because the sun looks quite orangey on there, but the actual thread used is 976, which I didn't like. I didn't like the look of that for the sun, so I swapped it out and I'm using 741 instead. So these are the threads that I used for all 12. It's not too many considering there's 12. And I'm stitching all of these on 32 count opalescent raw linen. Oops! Oh God, there's no wonder my views drop, is there? Yeah, so there we go. That shape looks very, very happy. And I keep messing up because there are two plus symbols on the key. One is slightly darker, thicker than the other, and I keep getting them mixed up. So I ended up having to frog the bird and everything in there because I'd used the wrong one. But enjoying that. And Elaine and I are hosting the sell for this. It's hashtag Stitch Sheep for 2025. If you would like to join us, the chart is available on, oh, I've done it again, Etsy. Damn it. I'm going to move, got my mouse there, I'm going to move it because I keep catching my mouse and then I keep bringing up the news thing in the corner, which I don't want to do. And then another new start, which I talked about last time. I said I had started this quite a few years ago and didn't like the fabric. I was stitching it on, so I abandoned it, tried to stitch it over one on 28 count. Didn't like that either, so it got put away, but I decided to use it as a thread a day piece. So it's this one, Birdie's Crossing, No More version 2. And if you are offended by swearing, then you need to look away in a minute. So I am using a mixture of Victorian Motto threads. I have got Antique Rose G, Antique Hydrangea, Faded Cranberry, Faded Berries and Antique Rose, and there is also one that she sent me when I bought these. She sent me this one as well, but I don't know whether I'll use that or not. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 20 count Balana from Stash, so if you are offended, look away now. And that is where I am at. So that is, I started my thread a day on the 14th of February, so that's where I'm up to now. Oh God, I haven't done today's yet. Obviously because it's a bit early. It's nearly 9:30. So yeah, that is where I'm at now. And it's very apt for what's going on at the moment. That's all I'm going to say on that matter because I don't want to get started on that. Right, we'll move on to whips now. I think I've covered all of my new starts. Right. So first whip, Flossabilities, A Cabin in the Woods. I love this. Absolutely love it. This was a gift from Lauren and I started this as my birthday start last year. It's hashtag, I'm doing it again, putting words, different words together and making a new one. Cozy Cabin Birthday Sal. So I am stitching this with the recommended threads, DMC threads. And I'm stitching it on 32 count grey with silver stars. Oh gosh, I can't get that done. There we go. And there we are. So as you can see, I got this tree finished. I made a start on this tree. I just love this. I love the colours in it, and the trees are just, they are just such a beautiful colour. So yeah, really enjoying that. It does take a lot of stitching, it takes quite a bit of concentration, but my god is it worth it. Absolutely gorgeous. And then next whip is this one, and it's Modern Folk Embroidery, Dream of a Winter Garden, and I am stitching this with lovely Sarah's Sermy Sarah. This was our New Year's Day start, and the hashtag is Dream of Winter Sal 2025. And Roz at Roz Clark Crafts, she's joining us as well. She'd already started it and I think it got put away, so she's got it out again. And I'm using the conversion off the chart. Get my messy threads. I'm going to have to put some more on these soon, I think. Some of them are getting a little low. And I am stitching this on 36 count Winter Moon. Those are what I got. And there we have it. Really pretty. I love the colours. I've got quite a bit done on that. I didn't actually get stitched on it last week, so I was watching some Flosstubers on Sunday afternoon and I picked it up once I'd done my thread a day. And stitched on it actually while I watched Sarah. So I am kind of debating at the moment whether to just stitch this middle panel and leave the top and bottom off, but I'm not entirely sure. I like it. I like it as a whole. So see how I feel. What time are we on? And final whip. Who's this one? Long Dog Samplers, the Pilgrim. I'm using 3 hashtags for this one. There's hashtag My First Long Dog Sal, which is hosted by Amanda Alba Stitcher. And then Let's Get the Dogs Out Sal, which is hosted by Elaine Elliwelly Stitcher. And Long Dog Sampler Sunday, which is hosted by Hannah, Mrs. Hannah. I can't remember your name, Hannah. Oh my god, Wollstoneham. And Cheryl crossstitch-crazy on Instagram. I'm so sorry, Hannah. That was really bad. I should know your name. Oh no. Okay, I'm starting that out in a minute. So I'm using Anchor Black, DMC White and Carrie's Creations Old World Red, which is for the wedding. And I'm stitching this on 20 count Balana. So the No More version 2 is basically what I had left or some of what I have left from this. Let's see, have I got it all in? I have got it all in, so there we go. So I'm doing quite well on page 8, which I had started last time I showed this. Absolutely loving it. And there will be a rabbit here. Well, it could be a hare. It's got quite... No, I think it's a rabbit. So, yeah. Really, really enjoying this one. Love stitching on it. Need to remember to put that... I've left the orange thread on my knee. Bear with me while I put this away. I think I mentioned last time that Sally had, that Flossy Sews and Grows had contacted me, messaged me, asking if I wanted to start this one, Rockin' Robin by Love Poppet. And of course I said yes, just needed to finish something first, probably home for Christmas, which I have done now. So we're going to start this next week, and it's for the hashtag Best of British Sal 2025 that Sally is hosting. So if you have this pattern and you'd like to join us, please do. I'm going to start mine on Monday. So these are the DMC threads, and I'm using the floss drops that Sally sent me, and then I've just added some of Charlie Feather's floss drops because I just needed more. And I'm using, I don't know what it is actually. I think it's a 28 count, it could be a 32 count, it looks like an antique white or something like that, so that's what I'm going to use for it. So that's going to be started next week. So that's it for my stitching. Right, I had stitched a few things for my husband's auntie, so I have brought all of them home with me, and there was just 3 that I didn't want to keep, so I put them up on Instagram to see if anybody would like them. So 2 of them have gone, and I have 1 left. I don't know, I'm going to give it away on here. I don't know whether anybody will be interested or not. It's very, very cute, but it's just not something, I don't particularly want it on my wall. It is very cute, but I have to be choosy, picky, whatever. Anyway, so if you would like this, please do not use the word giveaway, free, anything like that. You need to be over 18 so I can ask for your address, and again, UK only please. So I will say that the lace is a little bit grubby. I don't know whether you'll be able to clean it up, or you could always take it off and put new on, whatever. But if you would like it, you just please use the word hedgehog. So HEDGEHOG. Say UK only please. He is very cute, he's very, very cute, and I shall probably be sorry to see him go, but I would just like him, as with the others, to go to a good home where he'll be appreciated. So yeah, use the word hedgehog please. So that is that. So I will just mention a few Flosstubers very quickly. There's a new Flosstuber, Sarah, who is Penelope's Pocket. I will pop a link to her Flosstube down below. So you probably already know Sarah if you're on Instagram. She goes under Penelope's Pocket, which is her business name. If I can just grab this project bag was one of hers. Have I got any more here? No, the other one, I've got 3 altogether. The other ones have, I think they have future projects in. And she's also a Scansius. I don't know whether I've pronounced that right on Instagram. Yeah, she has just put a floss tube up, so please do go and watch her and say hello. She's a multi-crafter. She knits and does cross stitch, so yeah, and she's lovely. Really enjoyed her first floss tube, so well done, Sarah, because I know you've been thinking about it for quite a while. So I'll just go through the other people that I've watched. I've watched Sarah, So Me Sarah, and obviously some of these you will maybe hear every time I do Flosstuber mentions. I've watched Lee, Creative Lee. I have watched Christy at Christy's Corner. I haven't watched Christy for ages for some reason. I think when I've got behind, I've sort of just bear with a minute. Yeah, I thought Jess was coming in. Yeah, when I've got behind, I've just cleared my watch list, and I think that's what's happened. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching Christy. To go and have a look at her, she's got some. She's a designer as well as a multi-crafter, historian. Yeah, she's. Oh my god, I've lost my train of thought. She's designed some chickens and they're absolutely brilliant. I've watched Lynn the Lancashire Stitcher. I've watched Sarah at Sarah's Stitches Spots. I've watched Debbie, Deb Wilson Stitches. I've watched Beth the Steadfast Stitcher. Sharon, Magnolia Nana. Chloe, Penguin Cross Stitch. Danielle Cardiff Stitcher Danielle. I've watched Lizzie, who is Lizzie Fisher. Narissa's Stitching Lifestyle, and Natalie at Home Sweet Home Handmade. I've watched the one with her sister Emily. Yeah, so I've got quite a few still to go at yet. Some days I'm just not in the mood for watching, so I need to try and get on top. Sorry, just excuse me. I hope I'm not going down with cold. I started to feel poorly on the way back from my uncle's funeral yesterday. Yeah, another funeral. That's the second one this year. Yeah, I hope that's it now. I don't want any more. So yeah, my uncle was 98. One of my mum's brothers. Fantastic character, loved him to bits. Haven't seen him for quite a long time though. So yeah, out of the 12 of them, my mum had 5 sisters and 6 brothers. There's only 3 left, 2 sisters and 1 brother. It's quite sad really that, you know, the remaining are all in their 80s. So it was nice to see them yesterday actually. It's just nice to see family that you don't see very often. So that's it. I am going to go and watch this back. Don't think we're going to get out for a walk this morning. It's raining. Don't fancy getting wet. So we'll see if it fares up late. I might go then. So yeah, that's it. I'm done. Have a fantastic fortnight. Should hopefully be back in 2 weeks' time. Enjoy every single stitch. Take care everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for leaving lovely comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.